Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks once again for joining me. I am your host, Derek Lane. Another edition of the Fast Lane, your podcast for success. This week, let's talk a little bit about frequencies and your frequency vibration, just your overall tone and mood, in short, your attitude. So, there's been a lot of talk and a lot of, new data on how higher frequencies are beneficial to you. You know, it was some years ago, 15 perhaps years ago, that I discovered the power of frequencies and vibration. And it wasn't really anything that I read. It was more of an epiphany for me that realizes that thought is energy and energy vibrates. And so if we, as human beings, vibrate, there has to be a frequency that we should vibrate at or to. So that's what led me to understand the different frequencies, and why I feel it's important to raise our frequencies, okay? Because we all vibrate. Every living thing vibrates. Everything. The earth vibrates. Plants, animals, humans. But it's the frequency that we vibrate to that makes a difference. When you're vibrating, when your energy is out there, well, let's take a step back. Let's take a step and let's look at something very fundamental and very personal to a lot of people, and that's the power of prayer. The power of prayer is really you sending out your vibrations to the universe, to a higher power, if you will. I want you to keep this in mind, that your words mean nothing. Words by themselves mean nothing, is what I mean. The meaning of those words mean everything. So just words in general, what if you didn't speak English? What if you spoke Swahili or some foreign language? Would it change things in your meaning? If you were bilingual, trilingual, whatever, spoke multi-languages, would you pray the same way? Because that's what prayer is. It is sending out the message. It is raising your frequency, raising your vibration. So no matter what you say, the meaning is in the vibration. And that's what I'm getting to. Your thought, your intention, your spirit, your attitude, that's what drives your vibration. You can say something but have darkness in your heart, and it won't matter. What you're sending out is darkness in your heart. You can say things of love, but without love in your heart, it won't matter. So what I'm getting to is, what is inside you? What are you really sending out? The words don't matter. It's the feeling. It's the vibration that you're sending out. That's what matters. And when you're praying for things and you need that helping hand, it comes from others, because they're all a part of this. So realize that. If you're looking for the divine intervention, look around you. Look to others. Okay, of course, it's been said that frequencies and vibration can do and benefit you in a lot of different ways. And raising your awareness of frequencies can help you health-wise. There's a lot of folks out there that will give you certain ideas of different frequencies. You can look it up. There's some YouTube stuff out there, different articles on the internet. I would encourage you to look it up, because it is important to make sure that we're working at a higher level, that we're working on a higher frequency. We can give ourselves a boost of everyday life. And it kind of goes back to one of my favorite Zen sayings is, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Okay? So, you got to do what you got to do in life. But when you become aware, when you become enlightened, you still got to do what you got to do. You just do it enlightened. You just do it in a manner that you understand things. And that's what we're striving to do. We're not just vehicles to get from one point to another. Cradle to the grave. God forbid that's how you view your life. You are on a spiritual journey, a soul search, relentlessly, to understand good and evil, black and white. But enjoy the ride along the way. But enjoy who you are. If you're stuck in miserable situations, change it. And you don't have to hurt others to do it. You just move on. Just change it. There's no reason to try to affect anyone else. Spend your energy on you. Your energy is what matters. So make the most out of your life by enjoying your life. Be a mentor to other people. If you feel like that you don't have enough, you haven't done enough, you're not talented or smart enough, don't sweat it. There's been a lot of dumb people that's been rich. There's been a lot of people that have had luck come their way, because they don't sweat it. They just go with it. They open themselves up to the flow. They open themselves up to the natural ability and the frequency and the vibrations of life in order to enjoy it. Whether it's having a cigar with a fine bourbon, it's what a lot of guys like to do. It's like their definition of I don't know, success, or I guess whatever. Fancy cars, fancy clothes, fancy homes, fancy, whatever this, fancy that. I get it. That's fine. But it's all superficial. Just remember that success dwells within the heart. Success is what you feel you are. And if you're living your life compared to others, you'll never live up to your own potential. You'll never be truly happy if you're living against other folks. And I'm swear to you, I believe that it is true what they say, that ignorance is bliss. If I just don't know any better, then I'm happy. But that's not you, and that's not me. Our quest for knowledge is paramount. We want to know, not for ourselves only, but we want to know as a benefit to others. We want to be able to teach, show, and lead by example. Our quest for knowledge, our thirst for knowing, is what drives us. It's what drives me. I've read hundreds of authors, a lot of good stuff, a lot of smart people, and I'm better off for it. I am richly endowed with knowledge that I've accumulated through some very smart people just by the mere fact of reading. 98% of these people I've never met, but they've instilled with me their words and their wisdom through the written word. or on a CD that I pop in my car on the way to my office. That's fine too. But the point being is we learn, and we never stop learning, because once we stop learning, we've given up. We've kind of put a dead end road sign up that says, I'm good. I'll just continue to meander about in my own world and go about what I do. But no, don't be that person. I'm not that person. You're not that person. I think you're not that person because you're listening to me, right? So move forward with your life. Move forward with your learning. Move forward with your vibration, your frequency, your higher understanding, your personal ability to affect other people in a positive manner. And constantly strive to be the better you, the better person that you can be all the time. Even if you're a great person and you're destined for sainthood, you can be better. I can be better. We all understand our flaws. Some of us do, some of us don't. I think, but secretly we all do. Unless you challenge yourself to become better, to change. And it doesn't have to be monumental. It just needs to be constant. Because and we'll get into this in a different topic and subject, but your brain can only accept so many changes to you because you've been you for so long that even if you change it for a day, you're going to revert back. You're gonna swing back around and be who you were, because that's what your brain thinks that you're supposed to be. You've trained your brain to be this way. So it's the small changes, the small steps, the things that you document and you feed back and you understand. And you go, this works better, this works better, this works better. If I tweak this and adjust that and become this and say that, I can be better. If I give out more compliments than I do insults, I'm going to be much better. If I dress better and look better, I'll be respected better. If I take care of myself and my hygiene, I'll feel better about myself, and others will certainly take notice. If I take care of my finances and I'm not such a spendthrift, I'm going to be better financially. If I treat my loving family, my wife, my kids, the way that they deserve to be treated, I'm going to be the best father, husband, and family member that I could possibly be. So that's your duty. That's who you are. And to remember to seek that higher frequency, that elevation in your life. Okay, so that's it for this one, and I hope that, and I say this all the time, I seem to think that I get a little preachy, and I don't mean to be, but it's passionate for me. It's passionate that I'm talking to you, and the letters and the feedbacks that I get kind of drive it home that I'm like, okay, great, man. That message, that sometimes I said something that I didn't realize I said, and somebody will bring it up to me, and I'm going, wow, okay. I'm glad that came, out, and that it was, I guess it was meant to be to change one person's life, or to at least get them to thinking about it. And just remember, you can do the same thing. If you would, please send me an email. Let me know that anything in my podcast have been beneficial. I don't advocate criticism unless it's constructive, but so many people can't differentiate between just constructive criticism and just outright criticism. So be careful with that. But I do want you to email me, Derek@FastlanePodcast.com.